Once upon a time, in a small village in Nigeria, there lived a young woman named Ada. Ada was known for her kindness and beauty. Her warm smile could light up the darkest room, and her heart was as pure as gold. She lived with her father and younger brother in a modest hut at the edge of the village. Her mother had passed away when she was very young, and since then, Ada had taken on the role of caregiver for her family. Life in the village was simple but fulfilling. The community was tight-knit and everyone looked out for one another. Every morning, Ada would wake up early to fetch water from the river, help with the chores, and tend to their small garden. Despite her busy days, Ada always found time to help her neighbors, whether it was taking care of an elderly woman or helping a child with their schoolwork. One day, while Ada was at the market buying vegetables, she met a young man named Chiki. Chiki was tall and handsome, with a gentle demeanor that immediately caught Ada's attention. He had recently returned to the village after studying in the city. Chiki's family was well respected in the community, and his mother, Madame Ifeoma, was known for her strict and traditional ways. Ada and Chiki's paths crossed often at the market, and they quickly became friends. They would talk about their dreams and aspirations, and their friendship soon blossomed into love. Chiki admired Ada's strength and compassion, while Ada was drawn to Chiki's intelligence and kindness. It wasn't long before Chiki proposed to Ada, and she happily accepted. The news of Ada and Chiki's engagement spread quickly through the village. Everyone was happy for the couple, except for one person, Madame Ifeoma. Chiki's mother was not pleased with his choice of bride. She had hoped he would marry someone from a wealthy family, not a simple village girl like Ada. Despite her initial disapproval, Madame Ifeoma decided to give Ada a chance, though she secretly vowed to keep a close eye on her. The engagement ceremony was a grand affair. The entire village gathered to celebrate Ada and Chiki's love. There was music, dancing, and plenty of delicious food. As part of the ceremony, Chiki's family presented Ada with gifts. Among the gifts was a beautiful necklace that Madame Ifeoma personally gave to Ada. It was an exquisite piece of jewelry, adorned with sparkling gemstones that shimmered in the sunlight. Ada was touched by the gesture and thanked Madame Ifeoma, who smiled warmly but with a hint of something sinister in her eyes. "Take good care of this necklace, my dear," Madame Ifeoma said. "It has been in our family for generations, and it will bring you good luck." Ada wore the necklace proudly, unaware of the dark secret it held. Not long after the engagement, strange things began to happen. Ada, who was always full of energy, started to feel weak and tired. She would often wake up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat and unable to move. At first, she thought it was just the stress of wedding preparations, but soon she realized something was terribly wrong. One evening, while Ada was alone in her hut, she decided to examine the necklace more closely. As she held it up to the light, she noticed an inscription on the back that she hadn't seen before. It was written in an ancient language that Ada couldn't understand. She felt a chill run down her spine and knew she needed to find out what it meant. Ada sought the help of the village elder, Baba Olu, who was known for his wisdom and knowledge of ancient traditions. Baba Olu examined the necklace and his face grew serious. "This necklace is cursed," he said gravely. "The inscription is a spell that brings misfortune to the wearer. It is a dark magic that can only be broken by the person who cast the curse." Ada was horrified. She couldn't believe that Madame Ifeoma would give her such a thing. Determined to get to the bottom of it, Ada confronted Chiki's mother. "Why did you give me this cursed necklace?" Ada demanded, holding the necklace up. Madame Ifeoma's face twisted into a sneer. "I never wanted you to marry my son," she confessed. "I thought this necklace would drive you away, but you are stronger than I anticipated." Ada's heart sank. She couldn't believe that someone could be so cruel. She knew she had to break the curse, but she needed Cheek's help. Together, they would have to confront Madame Ifeoma and find a way to undo the spell. Ada and Chiki went to see Baba Olu again. The elder explained that to break the curse, they needed to find a special herb that grew deep in the forest. This herb had the power to nullify the dark magic of the necklace. The journey would be dangerous, but it was the only way to save Ada. Cheek and Ada set off early the next morning. The forest was dense and filled with wild animals, but they pressed on, driven by their love for each other. Along the way, they encountered various challenges, from crossing treacherous rivers to facing wild animals. Each obstacle only strengthened their bond and determination. After several days of searching, they finally found the herb. It was a small, unassuming plant with bright red flowers. Ada carefully plucked the herb and placed it in her bag. They made their way back to the village, exhausted but hopeful. Back at the village, Baba Olu prepared a potion using the herb. He instructed Ada to drink the potion while wearing the necklace. As she did, she felt a surge of energy course through her body. The dark clouds that had been hovering over her lifted, and she felt like herself again. Madame Ifeoma watched from a distance, her face a mask of anger and defeat. She knew she had been beaten. Ada and Cheek's love was too strong to be broken by her dark magic. With the curse broken, Ada and Chiki could finally focus on their future together. The wedding was a joyous occasion, with the entire village coming together to celebrate their love. Madame Ifeoma, realizing the error of her ways, apologized to Ada and Chiki. She promised to accept Ada as her daughter-in-law and to never interfere in their lives again. Ada and Cheek forgave Madame Ifeoma, knowing that holding on to anger would only bring more pain. They decided to move forward and build a life filled with love and happiness. The cursed necklace was buried deep in the ground, never to be seen again. Ada and Cheek's love story became a legend in the village, a tale of courage, determination, and the power of true love. They lived happily ever after, knowing that their love could overcome any obstacle. And so, in a small village in Nigeria, a young woman and her beloved husband lived a life of joy and fulfillment, surrounded by the warmth and support of their community. Their love story was a beacon of hope, inspiring others to believe in the strength of love and the goodness of the human spirit. Thanks for watching. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and loved ones.